Hey guys, it's Mr. Pants. Welcome to another Road to Unemployment, which today we're going to talk about a very cool topic, which, to be honest, is not my thought, but I went very, very deep and maybe I have covered it somehow, but I want just to put more emphasis into this one. Today we're going to talk about pure unemployment, the thing that we love and the thing that we want. Guys, I'm just going to be honest with you. A lot of the times I dislike my work, okay, and I want to change it. I want to do something which is more me, and I'm gonna fuck it. I'm gonna share it. What do I want to do is to showcase what I did to get out of depression, and what steps did I take to make my life being as exciting as possible, especially living into a small place in an island specifically in winter, even worse, which there's not a lot of people to do things. And basically, it's you, a bunch of people which, well, you don't have so many things in common, but still you need to do something and to share an amazing time with them and with you. And plus, that you need to work 9 to 5 to support your local business, to support your local things and everything. So, this is how it works. How do you find time to do all this kind of stuff? How do you find time to actually enjoy your life and to take energy and to live a worth mentioning life? Or if not a worth mentioning life, a life which that you're going to remember till you're dead. So today I want to show you about this thing, and I want you to start taking action. All right. And this idea is really, really profound to me when I first heard it, but it's so deep into so many levels, which I love to share. So first things first, let's start. Let's start very quickly with a question. What does differentiate someone who is broke, who has no money, to a rich guy, to a rich person? And what does it differentiate? You can say a lot of things. First of all, that the rich guy has more free time to do whatever he wants. He's rich, right? They can go to amazing places, amazing clubs. They can spend so much money on very good experiences, you will say, most probably. Meet amazing people because if you're rich, you have connections with other people. Okay, cool. And living a life of luxury and safety, maybe, well, rich doesn't mean that you're safe, but living a life of wealth and abundance. So let's break them down, all of them, but the broke, you cannot do it. Yeah, sure. Let's break them down bit by bit, okay, to see what of these things that you're thinking about, most probably, or what the mass is thinking, it's true or not. So, first things first, let's think about what we said. Rich people, they can do whatever they want. Okay. First of all, rich people, they don't really do whatever they want because they have responsibilities. And especially people who they're not inherited rich, all right, who became rich, for them to become rich, they need to work. They need to show value. They need to do something. They need to put their heads in order for them to make something, in order for them to get rich. You need to sacrifice so much time from friends that we covered in other videos, from family, from girlfriends. People they are mad around around these people that they're rich. People they are mad about them because they think only about themselves and about their money. Imagine if you try to become rich. You sacrifice so much and people they're so grateful around you. Wow, that's gonna be a very bad take. Leave this be. So it doesn't mean that rich people they have their life easier. They have even more responsibilities. Imagine if they have like 20 people working for them. You need just to maintain them. You just need to guide them to take places. How many people you guide in your everyday lives to do things? Maybe none. And still life is tough. So no, this is debunked. Second, Rich people, they have access to amazing restaurants. That is true. They do have rich people, they can eat amazing things. But what is the difference between a homemade food to a five-star restaurant? What is the difference? Let's say, for example, because the amazing restaurant, what you're gonna eat the food, you eat the food. Even as a brokey, you eat food. Okay, you want to appreciate amazing cuisine. Well, if you start cooking, and if you find a person around you and make befriend someone who is a chef, it's pretty much the same, and you will pay less in order for you to, I don't know. To me, if I was a rich person, I wouldn't really care so much about the restaurants. Maybe you do. Maybe you want gastronomically to take the trip in amazing gastronomy places and all Michelin stars to check them. Okay, sure. But you can still, I believe, you can find very tasty and quality food which doesn't isn't so expensive. So I don't know how this is a thing, right? Like, okay. Okay, if you're rich, you can travel to amazing places and you can meet amazing places. That is true. You can travel everywhere. Not as often because you have a lot of responsibilities. So, yes, still, even if you're rich, you will take your time, which, even if you're broke again, you will take your time. But we're going to go to this later on because I have something for you. And we're going to leave this at the last because this is the most important about the travelings. Okay. You're going to meet amazing, awesome people, right? If you're rich, you're going to meet amazing circles, right? Well, if you don't have social skills and you're rich, you ain't gonna meet amazing people because people they want to be talked. People they want to go ahead and to be introduced. If you do not introduce them, even if you're rich, nothing happens. Nothing. And if you're a brokey, a regular person, let's say, that doesn't talk to people, again, the same will happen. And people, they won't talk to you. But if you're a social rich person, you will meet people, yes. But if you're a rich person that you're not a rich person that communicates, again, you will find people. Okay. And maybe even if you're a brokey and you have very good social skills, you can find rich people and you can network. It's kind of the same. It doesn't really change so much. And plus, if you're a brokey, you can meet and be friend with people that they won't be for your money. But if you're a rich person, maybe they will go for your money. Maybe. One day, who knows? You're gonna have more life insurance if you're rich and you want to be in the skid row if you're rich. Well, the same security as a rich person has, a brokey has, because life is unpredictable and a lot of rich people they lost all their richness due to bad decisions, and broke again you can take bad decisions. It doesn't really change so much, again it's the same. But I would go, and especially last but not least, before I go to the trips and the travels, which is the most important thing about getting rich, according to a lot of people, to the most of people at least, is that you can find partners if you're rich, that people that will like you for your money. And dude, let me ask you this question. Do you really want to find a partner who likes you for your own money? Think about this. I'm not going to answer you this question. I will let you think. Do you want people to be around you for your money or for you? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And last but not least, the most important topic is about trips, which I do agree. This is the only very good thing, very good leverage that someone rich has to a brokey. That can move to different places and see different places, like different countries, different cultures and to meet other people. Maybe, for example, for me, a brokey, I cannot even afford to travel with the two times with a plane. I have only once, let's say. But the rich guy, they can go to, I don't know, to New Zealand if you're in Europe or in US. Me, I can't. Okay, and my job would let me. Something like that, crazy. But let me ask you this question: if you're a person who, in order for you to get happy, you need to drink coffee every single day, to drink coffee, to eat your sweets, to eat processed food, do you think, and get irritated very easily, if everything goes wrong, you get irritated? Do you think you're gonna have a good time traveling in another place, that you need to organize so many things? Do you think that you're gonna have a good time in another country? Even with me, which I'm a basic human being, I'm not a brokey, but I'm a basic human being. There were a lot of times which I traveled to a lot of countries, and yet my time wasn't as good as I wanted to, because things they went south, because things they didn't went according to my plan. Or I would think that I will interact with these people, with the locals and all this kind of stuff, but I didn't, because I was tired, because I was traveling for hours. And yeah, you can tell me that if you're a rich person, you can stay for more. But really, I've seen a lot of rich people staying for one place for quite a long time, but still, they wouldn't open up to people. They wouldn't. They would go to places like McDonald's because McDonald's is their hometown, and they wouldn't really interact with the new. Still, you will get something better than nothing, but still, like, if you do not have the principles again, then you won't have amazing time. But if you're a brokey and you want to travel, here's where it gets insane. There is so many awesome places for you to travel, even if you're broke. And you know what's the answer? You can travel to one of the most amazing places on earth for free. For free. Let me tell you what I'm thinking. First things first, what are some places that you want to see? What are some countries that you want to see? Let's say, for example, I want to go to Rome, to Italy, because I want to see the Colosseum. I want to see amazing museums. I want to see the architecture. Cool. Okay. I want to go to New Zealand to see nature, to see these endangered species that they do exist, that nowhere else in the world exist. To see some volcanoes, to see some rainforests. Let's say, for example, I want to go to Brazil to meet all these kind of crazy Brazilians, and when they are on the carnival and when they're moving on and they're doing their thing, right? Well, dude, it's the same thing by being in your hometown almost. Well, it's not the same thing, but the things that I've said, they do exist in your hometown in a way. People, they travel for culture, which culture is around you, which you will say, I know my culture. No, you don't. Have you ever visited more than one time your museums around your city? Most probably not. Have you went to every single place that has amazing nature around your city? No. Have you talked to every person in your city? No, you haven't. There's so amazing things to do around your city. I'm sure that you have some amazing nature. I'm sure that you have something in great significance that other people, they come from other countries to see it, but you don't pay attention to it. You snob it. That's why you're not going to be grateful if you become rich or if you take an amazing trip somewhere in the world. You're not going to be grateful for taking it because you're not grateful for what you have. That's the case. That's the case. You do not really need to be rich in order to live like a rich person. So, even if you're a broke, even if you're rich, If your state and if you as yourself, you're the same, it doesn't really matter. The only thing that you have more is your bank account, which, trust me, it will expire one day, and it will. So, what I want you to do and to take from this video is to start traveling, to start interacting with people, and to start making your life awesome at this moment of time that you are right now. Now. And the best thing to do is to start accessing and applying the things that you have for free in your place. For me, I'm living in an island which is surrounded by water. For me to travel in the mainland, which for me is amazing to travel in the mainland, I need to take a plane or a ship that is 14 hours from the mainland. It's bad, I know. But on the other side of the ocean, for me, what I can do to make it awesome is that I can meet things that I have in my city, events that are happening. I have sea, I can swim every single day. I can go to mountains, to hills. I have a petrified forest that I went once, and I need to go more than once to see the beauty. We have churches here, amazing churches, spiritual places, events that they're happening every single week in villages, in the city itself. There's so many things you can do, and there's so many people, yet you can talk, that you don't really need to be a rich person. You just need to be present, and you just need to take it sure when I have a free time to do my thing, to just go ahead and do it. That's the only thing. And the problem is not to be rich or poor. The problem is accountability. And you need someone to make you go, to say, yes, let's go. Someone, a fire starter, a crack starter that will set you in. That's why you have friends. But even friends, sometimes they don't have the time, they don't feel cool, they don't feel inspired. That's why I'm here. If really you resonate with the things which I'm saying at this moment of time, and if you really want to see change, right? And maybe you're an overworked person, you tried, you have money, and you're like, damn, I cannot find anything. Or even if you don't, okay, you just want to make your life better, you just want to hit unemployment, the good side of unemployment. Well, I have something for you. At this moment of time, I'm making one-on-one calls with people who want to improve their lives, with people that they want to help their state, with people that they want to increase their lifestyle, who want actually to do something and not sit down in the sofa like I'm doing, making this video. They want to do something. How they going to do it? Well, someone needs to tell you how. A lot of the times you know how, but someone just needs to tell you that you need to do this. Let's do it. Let's do it. Grabbing by your hand and move you on. I know that sometimes this is what it needs to be done. And I've created a system because I don't want to be there always for other people. I want to do things with myself too. So that's why I've created a system that you can apply. You can apply, it's very easy. It's very simple to apply, especially if you're a very analytical and algorithmic person. Dude, it's so awesome because by just understand this system, you can use it to your own self and then you won't need anyone. And I want to show you this system. It's just going to take an hour of a call and then you're going to be ready to set for life. So that's why, because it's so simple and you don't need another call actually for that. That's why this thing is not free. It's a very simple system which I'm trying to create and to simplify and to make it accessible to everyone for more than 5 years. I played with this, with mathematical principles, with strategy game theory, and social rules that they do exist through the experience which I got to different places and traveled to different places, and by watching a lot of self-improvement content, reading a lot of books, and reading a lot of essays. So yeah, if you want to check it out, let me know. I would really appreciate to meet you and to increase your life amazingness. And if you don't, then it's fine. Watch the videos and you're going to take something. I hope you took something today. Go ahead and meet the things that you have around you. They're cool, dude. Go ahead and move your body, please. You know what to do. I'm not going to say a lot of things. Have a nice one, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. Bam.